Dear viewers, welcome to our channel GVS Bank Academy. Today I am going to discuss about JAB accounts, recalled and practical questions from August 2021 examination. August 2021, some three questions I am going to. This case study is regarding about cross rate calculation, depreciation calculation and a net present value calculation. These three questions are JAB accounts and also useful for CAB, BFM and ABM paper also. This is there. Question number 1, Forex cross rate calculation. Question number 1. 1 US dollar is equal in the spot market in India 74 rupees 59.56. 74 rupees 59.56 paisa. 1 US dollar. In the international market, 1 US dollar is equal to 0.86 euros. In the international market, 1 US dollar is equal to 0.86 euros. In the domestic market, 1 US dollar is equal to 74 rupees 59.56 paisa. What is the cost of 1 euro in India? If you want to purchase 1 euro, how many rupees you have to pay? That is the question. Through using the dollar as cross currency rate, common currency rate or cross currency rate, how many rupees you have to pay for purchase of 1 euro? That is the question. $1 is equal to 74.5956 paisa. Here dollar is cheap than euro. Euro is costly. So $1 is equal to 74.5956. 1 euro is equal, you have to pay more than 74.5956 rupees. So here euro is costlier than dollar. So what is the cross rate? This 74.5956 divided by 0.86. 74.5956 divided by 0.86, you can get 1 euro is equal, you have to pay 86.7390. 1 euro is equal, you have to pay at the rate of 86 rupees 73.90 paisa. This you have to pay. This is about cross rate calculation. 1 euro, for purchase of 1 euro, you have to pay 86 rupees 73.90 paisa. How? Spot rate is 74.5956. This is $1 is equal to this. In the international market, $1 is equal to 0.86 euros. Here euro is costlier than dollar. So how many rupees you have to pay means 74.5956 divided by 0.86. You have to pay 86.7390 rupees for each euro. This is about cross rate calculation dollar by using dollar euro calculation. Number 2, depreciation. A machine costing, cost of the machine is 53,800. Cost of the machine is 53,800. Salvage value or scrap value at the end of 7 years. Useful life is 7 years. Means at the end of 7 years, you are getting a scrap value, salvage value 4,800. That is the question. What is the book value of the machine at the end of the second year? So after providing depreciation for the second year, what is the book value of the machine under straight line method? Straight line depreciation method means the depreciation is same for every year. First year to 7 years, depreciation amount is same. Now, what is the book value after providing first year, second year depreciation? So end of second year. Come to cost of the machine 53,800. Scrap value 4,800. Cost of the machine 53,800 minus scrap value 4,800. So remaining amount is 49,000. So on this 49,000 rupees, you have to provide depreciation for 7 years under straight line method. Straight line method 7 years. So 49,000 rupees divided by 7 years. 7. Every year depreciation is 7,000 rupees. 49,000 divided by 7 years. Life of the machine 7. So 7. After scrap value, how much you have to provide depreciation? 49,000. 49,000 divided by 7. That is every year depreciation is 7,000. First year 7, second every year 7,000. Now, what is the question? What is the book value of the mission after end of the second year? After completion of the second year, what is the book value of the mission? That is. So, original value 59,000, 53,800, 53,800. That is the original cost of mission minus first year depreciation 7,000 minus second year depreciation 7,000. So 53,800 minus 14,000 you have to deduct. 53,800 minus 7,000, 7,000, 14,000 you have to deduct. 53,800 minus 14,000 is equal to the 39,800. Though book value of the mission at the end of second year means after end of the second year. So after providing the second year depreciation also, what is the book value means 39,800. 39,800. This is the calculation of book value as per straight line method. Straight line method depreciation. Under straight line method depreciation is same for every year. Now, scrap value you have deducted from the cost of the mission. 53,800 minus 4,800. On 49,000, you have to provide depreciation for 7 years. 49,000 divided by 7, 7,000 for straight line. Every year, same 7,000. First year 7,000, second year 1,000. Total depreciation during the second 2 years, 14,000. Cost of mission 53,800 minus 14,000, 39,800 is the book value of the mission at the end of second year. This is the second question. Now third question, please say cash outflows means, assume cash outflows means original investment in the project. Original cash outflows means original investment in the project or investment 1,20,000. Original investment is initially we are investing in the project 1,20,000. Followed by cash flows of 25,000 for each year. After initial investment of 1,20,000, you are getting cash inflows. Cash inflows means profits or inflow. 25,000 for each year. Every year, we are getting 25,000 every year for 8 years. After investment of 1,20,000, we are getting, that is outflow 1,20,000. Inflow for every year 25,000. So this is the income from the project 25,000 for every year, each year. How many years you are getting? 8 years. And cost of capital is 11%. The project cost of capital calculation there, management is calculating 11%. What is the net present value of the investment? What is the net present value of the investment? This is the question. Now, cost of capital is 11%. 11%. So, you have to calculate discounting factor at the rate of 11%. Discounting factor for first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, seventh year, and eighth year. First you have to calculate the discounting factor. You know, every year 25,000 inflows you are getting. There is no issue in that. But the discounting factor is going on changing year on. Initially, discounting factor is multiplication is high, and coming to 8 year, that is 0.434. How we are going to calculate this? Simple. Take the calculator. 1 by 1.11. 1 divided by 1.11. That is the discounting factor calculation. Please take the calculator. 1 divided by 1.11. Press is equal to. Press is equal to. You will get 0.900. Once again I am repeating. Take calculator. 1 divided by 1.11. You will get discounting factor for the first year. 1 divided by 1.11. Press is equal to. You will get discounting factor for the first year is 0.900. Again press is equal to continuously for the second year 0.811. Again press is equal to, you will get 0.731. Again press is equal to, you will get fourth year 0.658. Again you will press is equal to, you will get fifth year. 6th year, 7th year, 8th year. So here calculator role is more. How we are going to calculate discounting factor for first year? Calculator 1 divided by 1.11 press is equal to, you will get the discounting factor for the first year 0.900. Again press is equal to, you will get the second year. Again press is equal to, you will get the third year. Again press is equal to, you will get the fourth year. Again press is equal to, you will get the fifth year. Again press is equal to sixth. Again press is equal to 7. Again press is equal to 8. This is the discounting factor for first year to 8th years. What is the inflow for every year? 25,000. Now we are getting 25,000 at the end of first year. What is the present value of today? 25,000 into 0.900. That is 22,500. After 1 year you are getting 25,000. Today value is 22,500. End of second year we are getting 25,000. Discounting factor is 0.811. That is equivalent to 2275. At the end of second year we are getting 25,000. Today present value is 2275. At the end of third year we are getting 25,000. Today value is at multiplying factor 0.731. Today value is 18,275. At the end of fourth year we are getting 25,000. Today value is 16,450 at a discounting factor of 0.658. Fifth year we are getting 25,000. What is the value of today at discounting factor of 0.593? 14,825. Sixth year end you are getting 25,000. Yet 0.535 discounting factor. Today value is 13,375. Seventh year you are getting end 25,000. Yet 0.482 discounting factor. Today value is 12,050. In 8th year end we are getting 25,000. What is the value of today at rate of 0.434? 10,850. So this is the inflow during 8 years. The present value of the inflow this. We can add it 22,500 plus 20,275 plus 18,275 plus 16,450 plus 14,825 plus 13,375, 12,050, 10,850. You can calculate the present value 1 to 8 years. Total present value from this project is 1,28,600. We are getting present value or total present value is 128,600 rupees. What is the investment we had invested? 1,20,000. What is the net present value from this project? That is the answer. Net present value from this project is equal total present value, that is 1,28,600 minus initial investment or original investment in the project 1,20,000. So net present value from this project is 8,600. 8,600. Net present value concept is discounted cash flow technique. Under discounted cash flow technique method, but under net present value, whether you can accept the proposal or not, either acceptance or rejection criteria. If net present value is positive, when net present value is positive, we can accept the proposal. Net present value is negative, we cannot invest, we can decline the proposal. So in this case, net present value is positive, that 8,600, this bank can take a call for investment in this project. This is about 3 case studies. I think these are 2 marks question. All these questions are asked in August 2021 examination accounts. The same questions also useful for CAAB, BFM, ABM and retail banking. Thank you very much viewers for extending support of our YouTube channel.